side of the head, and that was the valve, like all the way around, and that was like as wide as it is.
Yeah, you could like.
It's like you barely had like 50, 60 thickness right there. Like really, almost needed more bore.
Yeah, but you could like put like a.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That fucking thing would fit through there. Yeah. That's what it was.
That's awesome.
It's got a ton of clearance now. Awesome. Red Truck's back in business.
That's a lot of lift.
All that crying I done did over the whole year of just wasting money on this so I can make a 14-to-1 street driver because I'm a genius. I'm an idiot.
I'm like, I was
going to build this 14-to-1 motor.
This really isn't the worst thing you've ever done.
It's not.
This isn't your worst decision.
No.
I've seen worse.
No, I moved back to Michigan from Florida one time.
That was a terrible decision.
Actually, I've done that a few times.
We'll put the red truck on the back burner for a year.
Yeah.
It's a series of chain of events.
It all worked out.
So, hi, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
We're going to get you used to being on camera. Before you know it, you'll be taking your pants off.
Hopefully.
I'll do that right now if you want. Do it today.
I'm excited. I don't like overcomplicating stuff, and that's exactly what I did a little while ago. Over something I was going to do donuts in.
Yeah,
Like, it's not even like I'm racing it.
I mean, that wasn't entirely your fault on that decision.
It was. I'll blame myself. I like to take credit for stuff when I do it. Absolutely my fault. I was trying to do more with stuff that I probably shouldn't have. I didn't want to order a set of pistons and wait 6 months because that's what I got quoted. So yeah, I mean, it was my fault. Big thing was the piston thing. Like, I don't want to wait. Like, you're quoting me 6 months on pistons, but it's going to take a year. Same reason, like with the heads for the green car, why we don't have those. Oh, we'll have those in 3 to 4 months tops. Well, it's been 8, almost 9, because that's just how this stuff works. Like, companies seem to try to secure your money and secure a sale, but they don't want to follow through with their end of the bargain. So I can add AHP, American Heritage Performance. I've only dealt with them twice. This is the second time. The first time I didn't have the best experience ever, and you know, I didn't bash them and didn't complain. I just was like, okay, I just probably won't use them very often. And then I decided, you know, I'll give them another shot. And this time I called them and I was like, you know, no offense, but last time I wasn't thoroughly pleased with my transaction. But I'm willing to overlook that if we can do another one. And if you have a set of those heads, I will take them right now. I don't want to have some BS lead time given to me. You either have them or you don't. And the guy's like, let me see what I can do. And he got back to me within like 20 minutes and he's like, I could have a set out to you next week. First person in the last probably 3 years since COVID hit that has said he's going to do something and followed through with it. That's fantastic. I got the heads in like 14 days total.
Yeah.
Exactly as I wanted them. They weren't like out of the box. They weren't nothing like that. Like titanium intake valves that weren't in them. Sodium filled exhaust valves that, you know, don't come stock in them. So like not that he had to do anything crazy. He had to assemble them and deck them to 62 cc's and send them off to me. But hey, got them done. So that was very respectable. And he just earned I'll spend some money with him again now. I'll give him a shot whenever he can provide for us. So that's cool. It's good to know that some people are still trying to do that and not just going, oh, sell stuff. 'Cause I hate salesmen. Anyway, get this thing put in there. The only hurdle I think we're gonna have is the dry sump stuff, because Andrew talked me into putting dry sump back in not back in. Andrew talked me into doing a dry sump in the red truck, and I was like, yeah, that'll be really easy. So then Wednesday we spent 6 hours cutting the front bumper and frame supports out and welding in little tube supports so we can fit the dry sump tank down in there and clear everything on top. So that was a brilliant idea. But we did save like 46 pounds, so, you know, it was worthy. It was worthwhile. Totally worth it. So that'll make up for about everything that we're adding to it.
Yeah, that won't be too bad then.
But at least there's space now.
More room for activities.
Yeah, that dry sump's kind of... I bought an OEM dry sump tank, and I should have just bought an aftermarket one because I paid the same for the used OEM one than I did an aftermarket. And I was just thinking that maybe I could make it fit where the stock one would go and use the factory lines, and that's not the case. If you're ever trying to put a dry sump in those, just go with aftermarket stuff and relocate it because it ain't going to fit where you planned on it anyways. It's almost as tall as Andrew, so it's a big unit. Pretty tall.
What you looking at, motherfucker?
Still trying to figure it out.
This is gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah, for everyone that doesn't know or hasn't followed much, it's a 430 cubic inch, 14.1 to 1 LS7 block with sleeves, titanium connecting rods, Wiseco 5cc domes, 62cc Brodix LS7 Archangel heads. Big old thumbstick from BTR. My man Nick hooked it up with honestly the biggest cam I've ever installed, so it should drive like a stock truck after this with the 4800 stall.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, I got the vet. We took the vet a little farther than I wanted to. We put a stage 4 V2 cam in it. We sent the heads to Iron Mass Airflow for some porting, and that way it'll support the flow and the lift of the bigger cam that we put in it. It's really funny though, because last year I was 100% happy with the way that car performed. Like I could have just left it like that forever. It was great, but the old LS7 valve guide issue. So I was like, well, if we're ripping the heads off, we might as well do something else. And then sure as shit, I'm an idiot. So I tore the clutch up the last time I drove it of the year. So I tore the clutch up, and then I was like, well, if we're changing the clutch, we might as well put a better clutch in it. So then I put an 800 wheel capable clutch in it. Doing the heads and cam. I think dude's here for the black Camaro. So if you want to make some room, we'll have him just pull her in there. And then
Lambo door black Camaro.
yeah, some wiring melted against the header. Once again, little silly mistake, but wanted to take care of him. Told him bring it over today. Let's get it fixed while he waits.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he was like, "Dude, just throwing some lights." I'm like, oh shit. So do what we got to do to fix it. But yeah, anyways, the red car, I decided is like, we're just gonna leave it 100% for a street cruiser. The red truck, don't drive it as much like long distance anymore, so we'll just we'll use that as just a radical beat the crap out of toy.
Like Lewiston, St. Ignace.
Yeah, take it around town and just whoop on it and race people and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll go see what this guy's up to. We'll catch you guys in a little.